peace to the gods and the earths. Today, we're addressing a fundamental question rooted in history, identity, and deception. Why does the devil call our people Africans? This isn't just about a name or a label. It's about control, division, and the deliberate erasure of our true identity as the original people of the planet Earth. The answer lies in the devil's strategy to manipulate and control. By calling us Africans, the devil wants our people here in North America to believe that we are only connected to those on the continent they now call Africa. He wants us to believe that the people on that continent are our only people and that they are all savage. This label, African, isn't just a word. It's a weapon, a tool designed to strip us of our true history, our unity, and our connection to the divine. But let's take it back to the roots. The original people didn't call this land Africa. We called it Asia, because we understood that we were part of one continuous landmass, one family, one people. Asia wasn't just a geographical label. It was a recognition of our oneness, our divine connection to the earth and each other. The term Africa, as used by the devil, was introduced to divide us, to make us think we are different, to make us forget that we are the same original people, no matter where we are on this planet. The devil's agenda is clear: divide and conquer. By creating false divisions and identities, he can maintain control over us. He bought trading posts in the jungle of what he calls Africa, exploiting the original people who had strayed away from civilization and were living a jungle life. These original people, though disconnected from their divine knowledge, were still part of our family, still part of the greater cipher of the human family. The label African serves a specific purpose. It makes us think of ourselves as separate from one another. It disconnects us from our brothers and sisters here in North America, in South America, in the cross and across the rest of the planet. It makes us forget that we are the original people, the makers and owners of the earth, united by our divine essence and purpose. But we must ask ourselves, why does this matter so much? Why does the devil work so hard to keep us divided? Because he knows the power of unity. He knows that when the original people come together, when we reclaim our true identity and knowledge of self, his control crumbles. He knows that our strength lies in our oneness, in our ability to recognize and honor the divine within ourselves and each other. This teaching is not just about rejecting the term African. It's about understanding the deeper agenda behind it. It's about reclaiming our true identity as the Asiatic black man and woman, the original people of the planet Earth. It's about rejecting the lies and divisions that have been used to control us for centuries. Let's take a moment to reflect on the history. The devils bought trading posts in the jungle, where they captured and enslaved the original people who had strayed from civilization. They used these trading posts to dehumanize and exploit us, to create a narrative that painted us as savages, as less than human. This narrative was reinforced by the label African, which they used to separate us from our true history and identity. the original people who lived in the jungles of Asia. What the devil calls Africa were not savages by nature. They were people who had been disconnected from the divine knowledge that guided our ancestors. They had strayed from the principles of freedom, justice, and equality. But they were still our family, still part of the original cipher. The devil's use of the term Africa was not just a geographical designation. It was a psychological weapon, a way to erase our history and disconnect us from our divine purpose. By calling this land Africa and labeling us as Africans, he created a false narrative that has persisted for centuries. But we, as the nation of gods and earths, reject that narrative. We know who we are, and we refuse to be defined by the labels and lies of the devil. Our responsibility as the poor righteous teachers is to spread knowledge of self, to teach our brothers and sisters the truth about their history and identity. We must remind them that we are not African, we are Asiatic, the original people of the planet Earth. We are the makers and owners, the supreme beings, and it is our duty to reclaim our power and unity. When we understand the truth, we can see through the lies. We can reject the divisions that have been imposed on us and come together as one family, one people, united by our divine purpose. We can honor our ancestors and their legacy by living in alignment with the principles of truth, justice, and righteousness. So, why does the devil call our people Africans? To divide us, to disconnect us from our true identity and history, to make us forget that we are the original people, united across all lands and continents. But we, as the nation of gods and earths, know the truth. We know who we are, and we will not allow the devil's lies to define us. Let this teaching inspire you to reclaim your identity, to reject the labels and divisions that have been used to control us, and to live in alignment with the divine principles of freedom, justice, and equality. Remember, the power lies within you. You are the original man, the original woman, the maker and owner of the earth. Stand in your truth and let no one take that from you. Peace to the gods and the earths.